Welcome to Metro Vancouver Close-Up. I'm Dagmar Timmer with a quick look at how local governments and community leaders are building sustainability through shared goals. Across Metro Vancouver, there are about 250 electric vehicle charging stations, which are helping reduce greenhouse gas emissions and pollution. When Vancouver hosted the Livable Cities Forum, they included an electric vehicle city tour. In the city of Vancouver, delegates from other municipalities are learning about the burgeoning framework for electric vehicles in BC.
Today we're going to be looking at the different infrastructure that's been installed, and BC in the Canadian context is one of the leading provinces in terms of supporting electric vehicles and the infrastructure.
The delegates then take EVs on a tour of different charging stations around Vancouver.
So this is a third of their electric vehicles. They have a fourth.
The tour stopped at Vancouver City Hall, where the delegates got to test out the chargers.
And so it's an example of stations that are being used for city fleet, car sharing fleet, as well as general public. So the other two spots there are open to anyone who wants to come in and get a charge.
The group also went to Granville Island, where a restaurant installed an electric car charging station that costs nothing to use. This event has allowed delegates from elsewhere to understand more about the benefits of creating infrastructure and incentives to encourage electric vehicle ownership. When rainwater hits urban streets and roofs, it drains into creeks, where the extra flow can cause erosion and damage fish habitat. But in Coquitlam, many streams are now benefiting from environmentally focused policies and infrastructure that mimics nature.
One of the key elements of making a watershed work is addressing rainwater, allowing it to filter through the soils, allowing the proper biological processes rather than simply large catch basins and taking the water out by storm sewer.
Under many new Burke Mountain roadways, large pipes direct some road runoff toward the Pitt River and de Beauville Slough, which are both large enough to handle extra flows without erosion issues.
We also don't want to starve those creeks of water entirely, so the diversion pipes have flow splitters which bleed off some of the flow back towards the creeks. We have these water quality ponds which take that diverted flow. The sediment and the pollutants get settled out, and the clean water is able to carry on to the creek.
Rain is also directed to roadside rain gardens and underground trenches filled with rocks. A test in 2011 revealed that 90% of the rainwater soaked into the ground.
The purpose is to really mimic the natural hydrology. Get it into the ground and then let it travel slowly and evenly back to the creeks the way nature intended.
Rain barrels and extra topsoil are also part of the city's directives to developers as ways to absorb and hold rain.
We've had a unique opportunity up here with Burke Mountain being a greenfield development and having the space and also the foresight to act proactively rather than reactively with our drainage and stormwater and rainwater management.
By really focusing on the health of the watershed, we can end up with a much healthier environment and a better community.
Closed-loop economies have no waste. Instead, products are considered as rented, so they can be returned to the company and then used as a new input. For conventional products, however, a good old garage sale like Port Coquitlam's Citywide one helps to extend the shelf life, especially if it is a shelf. Residents in Port Coquitlam enjoy getting fresh air, but once a year they go a step further by bringing their belongings outdoors too. Every spring, they create a community event with their citywide garage sale.
Each year, the City of Port Coquitlam has a citywide garage sale where we ask our residents if they're going to be reducing what they have in their home to put it out for sale. We pull in the information, everybody's addresses, and then we put it up on Google Maps so that you can actually follow your way around so you can be the most effective shopper as well. And when you're selling, you know that you got more people coming past your door to buy your stuff.
The event encourages Port Coquitlam residents to rethink what goes into the waste stream while they empty out their closets and garages.
Doing a citywide garage sale is part of our waste loss challenge, so it's a constant conversation we're having with our community. So this is just another highlight that educates our residents about, instead of just throwing away that old piece of garbage that you think is garbage, might be a treasure to someone else.
Okay, thank you, sir.
This year marks the 6th anniversary of the Citywide garage sale. With close to 200 households holding sales and many more shoppers, the event also creates a great opportunity for community engagement.
What's old for someone is new for someone else, so you're not throwing it away, you're reusing it, but it creates a vibrancy around the community.
Local governments in Metro Vancouver have agreed to shared goals around sustainability, and they're coming to life through leading policies and individual actions. At an Earth Day event in Richmond, citizens learned about the world around them and what they can do to keep it healthy. Robert McMath Secondary was the gathering point for an Earth Day summit organized by Richmond Youth.
Ready Summit is a youth-led event. We're aiming for youth because they're the next generation and we want them to carry on the legacy of green and sustainability.
The keynote speaker was David Suzuki.
Being an environmentalist is not a special discipline or activity. An environmentalist is about seeing our place on the planet.
These are the leaders of tomorrow. They've organized the Earth Day Youth Summit. They do a great job, and they engage in conversations, and they think about why is the environment important.
15 workshops covered topics like barn owls, sustainable businesses, cedar trees, the Fraser River, and natural medicines.
Yeah, what's one thing you can do personally to better protect the environment or the water?
Some sessions had simple messages.
Oh, what do we do with it?
While others featured experts with volumes of information about the environment.
Is this agriculture? These are not trick questions, by the way.
The City of Richmond is very involved in sustainability, whether it's looking at our energy consumption and the types of energy we use. It's up to the city to support the youth activities that are going to enhance the environment going forward.
The goal is to teach people about sustainability, but also to connect Richmond. By going to the Youth Summit, which allows youth and adults to talk, we're hoping that they'll be more connective and there'll be more green initiatives happening in the future.
Because it's your future that's at stake.
See more examples of local sustainability at metrovancouvervideos.org. For Metro Vancouver Close-Up, I'm Dagmar Timmer. See you soon.